What's up, guys? This is what I've been working on here for the last few days. It is a 52-ish custom truck. I think it's registered as a 52. Everything's freaking polished on this thing, including the transmission. Let me see if I can get into there and show you guys. The transmission is polished aluminum. Yeah. The exhaust is stupid, though. Like, the exhaust is dumb. It's bad. It's just got shitty bends in it and all of that. I would love to make a nice custom exhaust for this, make it nicer, but I mean, drive shaft, everything is pretty polished. I don't know why it's got a leaf spring ring. That's kind of weird, but otherwise, you know, pretty sure it's a Mustang 2 setup in here. The interior is phenomenal. I like the interior. It's in great. I say great shape. It's brand fucking new. It better be in great shape, right? Yeah, it looks beautiful. It's got a Holley Terminator LS1 with a 256. Owner contacted me and said it runs terrible and leaks oil. And so I went to his house, looked at it, figured it out in like 30 seconds what was wrong with it. The builder did not put a PCV system on the engine. There was no PCV at all. The crankcase was sealed, minus where the builder screwed up one of his $1,600 valve covers and it was leaking oil. Other than that, it was sealed, so it was really bad. There we go. That's a little better. All the accessories are out of right now, but they're big and shiny and fit here and all of that. But if you look right here, you see this throttle body is really close to this fan. And it's got this really atrocious elbow on here that's got to be like 40, 50 horsepower loss. It's really, really bad. So my job for this was to figure out what the hell was wrong with it, which I did. And I put new heads on it because it had the old LS1 Perimeter 806s on it, and he wanted to put some fancy valve covers, but nobody makes valve covers for the Perimeters anymore. These obviously aren't fancy, they're factory. And so I said, well, if you want to get good valve covers on it, you got to go to the Centerbolt LS ones. He also wanted more power, so it made sense to put some 243s on it instead of the 806s. So it's got 243s, it's got new push rods, it's got valve covers that seal. It's got a PCV system in it. That's on the other side that I put in it. Overall, it is much better than it was when I got it. So another issue was everything was loose. I took most of this motor apart with my fingers. There was a ton of things that were finger freaking tight. Super scary. And because of that, I'm going to have to go through the whole truck. I mean, look right here. You can look right here, if you can see it. Let me zoom in for you. That's a lock washer that's not compressed because it's not tight. This regulator, same stuff. It ain't tight. The bracket's wobbling around, it's loose. The whole thing's not good. I don't know where the vacuum reference is for this fuel pressure regulator. Oh, here it is. There's no nipple in it. It's gone. The nipple's gone. It's not referenced. And the nipple on the back of the intake manifold that's on the back of these things, it was not connected. So get a vacuum leak, no PCV, oil pressure wasn't hooked up, fuel pressure is not hooked up, there's no fuel pressure sensor in it, the intake was really, really bad, everything was finger tight, so there's definitely some things that this thing needs, and it won't shift into second or fourth. So we got to figure that out too. But the guy that did it did a beautiful job on the exterior. Obviously, I got moving blankets on it to try and keep from scratching things up. But he did a beautiful job on the exterior and the interior. Looks beautiful. He's missing the window felts. There's no felts on the outside of the glass here or the inside. It's missing both those on the door. There's some on here in the track, but not on out here. So you can see down in the door. You're not supposed to be able to do that. And that means water runs right in there easily and everything else. So missing some things like that. But overall, it's a beautiful truck. The rear end's not in straight, apparently. Holy shit, I just realized that. Look where that is in the fender. This one's less. Still in the fender though, but less. So, well, not a lot less, but yeah. So, I mean, I know it's a asymmetrical gap, but it is smashed up there. And it does go back a smidge when it goes on the ground, but that should be adjusted for sure. Actually, that might be handy. Because if I can slide the rear end back, I want to slide the engine back, make more room for that throttle body. So I can slide that back. I don't need to shorten the drive shaft. Different mounts, slide the engine back an inch. That'll help the rear and the clearance here. Only thing I have to do would be, if I go back an inch, I would have to cut an inch out of the exhaust potentially. Based on where the hangers are, I might have to adjust the exhaust by an inch. Oh God, it's ugly though. I don't like this exhaust at all. I would like to do something better. Really? That's just not a fan. Why not right here? Why not back here somewhere or something? I don't know. But yeah, so if I slide that, what the hell's with those knuckles? Why are these springs at an angle? Okay, well, I'm not supposed to be discovering stuff on the video that I'm posting with you guys, but I think there's an issue with this suspension in the back. For one, those leaf springs are tapered in a bunch, but then I see, isn't that for a panhard bar on here? I'm confused by this rear end. Yeah, I'm not digging it. Something's wonky. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But the finish work is great. Stepped on a spider. The doors have no handles because they're the electric popper thingies. You know, that's all really cool. But mechanically, like drivetrain wise, it needs a little bit of love. Needs to be refined a little bit. In the end, I think I can make this an even more badass truck. It's going to run better. I get to tune it because the tune's not good. I got higher compression, higher flowing heads. We'll have a PCV system. Probably going to ditch this and go with the Holley High Ram. So it's up here since there's all this room and it needs one anyways. So anyways, I just want to show you guys this video. It's supposed to be short, ended up being long, but this is one of the projects I'm working on right now.